Yo, too. What's up with you? Hope you're having a wonderful day, being safe and all the good stuff. For today, we have for you is another Kamen Rider video. I haven't done a Kamen Rider video in a little while. Um, I don't know. I just been a little busy with stuff, but I'm trying. I'm really trying to get back into the videos. My bad. I apologize. But other than that, hit the like button. This video once again. Wait, I didn't even say it the first time. Okay, video will be linked in the description down below. Okay. Other than that, hit the like button, hit the sub, and go to the video, hit the like button, hit the sub too. But let's get into it.
Bring the final arc the Kamen Rider build. So with that, start the music. So as you can see, things are effed indeed. Bloodstock has activated Pandora's box yet again, bringing down the walls, thus summoning Pandora's tower, marking the end of the world, sicking a whole mech army onto the nation. The violator known as Rogue gets his butt whooped by Build so bad he actually becomes part of the team. We learn the charming Mitsurugi has been possessed this whole time by an evil entity known as Evil. That thing Misora hinted at when her eyes were glowing green, which on the topic she is possessed by the Queen of Mars. And Banjo finds out that he is part alien. Huh? Yeah, a lot's going on right now. So yeah, with all this happening, of course, our main trio is gonna break into the tower and face Bloodstock head on. And boy was just sitting there relaxing, waiting for their arrival, being like, yo, was y'all looking for this right here? Oh, and the boys are ready for that action. They done hit all their audio drops at the same time. I was getting earbang listening to this. Builds and Grease handle the minions while the main character takes on Bloodstock, I guess. Banjo then came in with a mean right hook.
I'm not gonna lie to you, the fit is fitting for real. The fit is fitting. I'm loving the fit. Can't wait to get into the space shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's some wild stuff I just seen. But let's get into it. Lock the fuck in. You locked in?
They dang diddly squat with it. Bloodstock had to show him how it's done and had the boy breathing different. Banjo's like, okay, let me try this again. Psych, backslash, two-piece, face meets knee. I don't know.
Buddy had him dancing. You seen that though? He was doing the stink leg.
Banjo's like, okay, let me try this again. Psych, backslash, two-piece, face meets knee. I don't know why Banjo done thought he could do this in his base form, bro. You gotta step your game up. He done had to hit the tag out with Grease, and boy did not fare any better as Bloodstock hit him with the forward, down, forward. Disrespect is in Bloodstock's veins because he puts his hands on Pandora's box just to squash this man midair. Oh no, I got a feeling like my boy Grease about to
You did not have to do that shit.
get done dirty this arc, and I don't like it. And after Grease was taken out, the other two then fell shortly after, being overwhelmed by Bloodstock and his minions. Feeling hopeless, it was time for our boy Banjo to level up. Fam, I didn't think it was even possible for this man to get any cooler, and he still finds way to surprise me as he was able to change his jelly form into cross magma. And this is why I say this man might actually be the main character. He just get all of the sauce. Oh, and Bloodstock tried to act like he wasn't impressed. Said, hey, yo, minions, get him. This man dismantles these things that were giving Builds and Geese trouble in 2 seconds. Bloodstock realizes, I'm getting cooked. Oh, and Banjo ran in. Boy was not an MMA fighter no more. He was it man. He was giving nothing but body shots. Had Bloodstock doing the anime slide back. Oh, and Banjo was trying to end this quick. He got ready for the kick, flew so high, I think he summoned King Ghidorah while he was up there, and came down with the force of a volcano to knock this man on his keister.
He got cooked. Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh? He got cooked.
Defeating Bloodstock for now and able to take Pandora's box away from him. But this is where we find out the thing that Bloodstock really wants is a thing called the Evil Driver. And with this, the entity inside Mitsurugi will be able to unlock its true power once again. So Builds and his team try their best to keep this man away from it. Even Rogue tries to help them out fighting Bloodstock away. He even dropped the crocodile scissor kick again on Bloodstock. But while the girls weren't paying attention, Utsumi on the side of Bloodstock comes in to help and gets the driver from him and throws it to Mans. And what you're about to see next is the birth of a menace.
Shaman D be the shooter, boy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This trip already look good.
Yeah, the man we have been building up to all season has finally arrived as Kamen Rider Evolved. And boy, his name might be love spelled backwards, but he don't got love for anybody. Rogue knew he had to try to stop man now, but boy was having to fight this man after images. He was moving so fast. And before he even knew what was going on, he was getting hit with the wombo combo. Oh, man was literally in shock. He was seizing up. And even though man was down for the count, Evo was not done yet. He started cranking that thing up so hard. Man was channeling his inner Gurren Lagann and started winding up a universe in his kick and sent our boy.
Hold up. So you telling me, man, over here winding up a universe in his cook? I said cook. I mean kick. And not only that, but he was beating his ass. He said, "Wait, I ain't done yet. You need some more. Wait, we ain't done yet. A little bit more. Hold up. There's been a universe on that bitch."
Boy flying out of his transformation, and he was about to end Rogue's whole career right here. But instead, Rogue's father done came in for the block and got cooked instead. This boy Evelt just killed this man's father right in front of him. No, this boy finna be a problem. Oh, and man's reign of terror was just getting started. He was seeking out some problems. He done found Grease and Banjo just having a nice day and said, "Hey, do you want to see 2% of my power?"
No, that's a lot of damn.
And after effortlessly handing their butts on a silver platter, decides, hey, for the fun of it, I'm just gonna put a curse on Sento. Taking builds out of commission and leaving Grease and Banjo having to handle the guy who just whooped their butts ago at the start of the episode. And when I tell you these boys was ready for a rematch, they started doing the tag team moves episode. And when
Let me just talk about it a little bit. Bro, the color schemes of the suits are not bad. Oh, you have the red a little bit for the what you call it, the Kamen Rider belt. We have a little red and black to it. The gold, like the orange. It's like a goldish orange. Like, you know, you got a little gold in there and then some orange. I guess it's like more like a yellow, I guess. Like yellow orange. Right? I could be wrong. But I really do I just really like the colors. The colors look beautiful. And then we got the dude over here on the right side. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, it looks good too. Cause like get the gold and black, and then you got this little like silver thing. Like I don't know what color that exactly is, but I just don't like how it doesn't match with the Kamen Rider belt at all. But you know that's because it's another form. I guess it's still turning the belt a different color too. Y'all give me your thoughts on that, by the way.
I tell you these boys was ready for a rematch, they started doing the tag team moves together. They was out here dropping their finishers off rip, but this boy Evo was not impressed. He done had to tell Banjo to his face like, bro, your power level looking weak, bro. It looking like a 4.7. I'ma need you to do better. And the disrespect, imagine if you're fighting a guy and he's over here power scaling you mid-fight. Oh, I would be pissed. But this boy Evo done dropped both of these boys out of their form with no problem again. But Banjo, seeing his friend's life at risk and knowing the sacrifices that he has made for his life, decides, F it, I'm going all out, and hits his Magnum form again. But this time he is so pissed, he is just like the Red Hulk, or the more mad he is just becoming hotter and hotter, literally cooking his body alive. And hey, I probably said this a few times, but you can literally see the sparks flying. I truly love the fire effects that this form brings, bro. It looks so dang cool. But with our boy's passion burning hotter than ever, he is actually able to reach hazard level 5, and these boys decide it's time for the clash of finishers. Yeah, my boy Banjo standing 10 toes tall. Let's do it. Oh, look, he even know how to do the force now. He done broke Sento's curse. Okay, that's cool. I'm effing with it. Hey, yo, man, what you doing with that driver? That's evil. Hey, don't put that on. Don't do that now.
What happened? What happened? What? We just switched up like that.
No. Oh yes, with Banjo reaching hazard level 5, we find out that this was Evolt's plan all along for him to be the true body that Evolt goes to, letting him become Evolt Phase 2. And Brodies, I tell you now, if I have to watch Builds kill his best friend and slash maybe lover, I'm gonna lose it. But you know the boy's about to get that back in blood. They ain't about to have Evolt have their friend for him, so they decide, hey, let's get all 3 of us and try to take this man on all together. And fam watching, I am going to let you know now, every phase that this man gets, he unlocks a new level of disrespect I did not know was possible. As the trio tries to jump this man, and boy, it looked like kids trying to fight against a T-Rex. They were looking silly out there. There was no hope for them. Bro, it was getting so bad for him, Greason had to pull a Piccolo moment and said, do it now. Oh, but this man pulled out the blicky and popped 2 into my man's face, 1 into my man's knee, and then punted this man for a field goal. Rogan pulled up like, no, that's my friend. And then he got punted for a field goal. Am I watching Kamen Rider or the NFL? What is going on here? Bills was feeling so desperate, he had to go in menace mode just to go toe-to-toe with this man. The thing is, however, Bills has to turn on and off the switch to become a menace. For Evolt, this switch is always on. But getting overpowered, our team fails as Evolt is able to take his plan to the next step, unlocking the power of Pandora's box and sending the world into disarray, causing mass destruction and having 2 planets about to collide. Yes, we have gone full Secret Wars. This is a crisis level event right now. And things here are looking grim, but it is not over just yet. Our boys still have a chance to fix all this and salvage what they can. So when they see Evolt once again in Banjo's body, they decide to throw hands with this man. But Sento has a plan that he did not discuss with the others, as he really wants his boy back, as he does not have the heart to kill his best friend. Pulls one of the wildest moves that I have seen mid-fight, as he grabs onto Evolt and tells him, hey, you want to see my power level go up? And starts cranking one out in front of man. Evolt had to tell man, we don't be getting down like that on more. Bills grabs onto him and tells him, oh, you're not going anywhere, big fella. You're about to have to watch me finish. Double pause and explodes his load on man. Triple pause. 3 pauses in 1 video. Boy, we are setting records right now. But boy, this explosion was so epic, it done blew a wig onto my boy's head. My boy was walking the white tips like he was Dante. But whatever he did must have worked, because Banjo is back to being his normal selves, and Sento slowly wakes up and it's Evil. Yeah, when you thought things couldn't get any worse, Evil was able to take over Sento's body, which I guess was part of his plan, unlocking Evil Phase 3.
Hold up. So you're telling me this man had a phase inside a phase inside another phase of taking over people's bodies? He said, I want this body. Nah, that was his phase 1. I want this body. Nah, that was his phase 2. Now we in phase 3. My power just keeps on rising. Like, what? And then the other thing is, he takes over his body and gets a wig. What are we doing? I love it though. I fucking love it.
Here we go.
Boy,
That's that real music, man. Come back home.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. I don't know if it's the color palette for this character or how they fuse the elements together, but every form this man gets is just straight fire. I could just tell that they were cranking out toys with this franchise. Oh, but Banjo was not about to let Sento sacrifice himself, so he didn't even hesitate to pull up the Evolt, not even transform. He just ran the hands raw.
Pause.
And immediately gets folded. I can't even lie. But you know, my boy gets right back up, and this show is all about bonds, friendship, bonds of friendship, Kingdom Hearts, heartless nobodies. So you know nothing is stopping our boy Banjo from having another transformation 37 episodes in. Julio, drop the track.
boy,
Oh yeah, that's tough. But if you think one transformation is enough, he done hit that shit again.
Kill my music!
Bro, go ahead and just tell us we're getting a Banjo spinoff. Boy is really taking up all the screen time. Oh yeah, it's go time, and I think my boy done took a chomp out of the gum fruit the way he was swinging these arms. Boy, I could tell Evo had never been hit like that in his whole lifetime. And the boys wasn't done yet. They said, F everything else, we going straight to the double trio finisher. Oh, and at this time, I'm thinking it's finally over. They finally finishing the man. But something is amiss. This man is not budging, and he ends up redirecting expecting these three to attack right back at him and using that attack to finally reach his full 100% form, that being evil black hole. And bro, when I tell you, when Boy was flexing him being at 2% earlier, it was not a flex, it was just stating facts, because him at 100% is a whole different beast, because this man, while all three Kamen Riders are going at him, just unlocks Ultra Instinct. Oh my God, guys, he's the Goku of the Kamen Riders. Run! Oh, and he has the powers of Black Colt. He is Blackbeard, guys.
Great.
You need to leave. And luckily, they were able to knock Sento out of him and able to retreat for now. But you can see in this situation, our team is literally F. And just to add another twist to this all, when they go and check up on Sento, they find out that Katsurugi has taken back possession of their body. And this ends up becoming a whole problem between Sento and Katsurugi until they can finally agree that Sento is the right person to save the world. And I will say, after this, things just start getting chaotic, so I'm going to try to breeze through it, as our four Kamen Riders have to fight Evolt a couple times, defeating him and then him just getting a new body to possess. His boy is just a groupie going body to body. Shoot, there's a plot of Katsurugi's father coming in where he's a evil Kamen Rider build pretty much. He fights against our group of heroes, then he becomes possessed by Evolt. That evil guy with glasses that helped Evolt becomes a Kamen Rider. Even does the glasses push up even when he's in Kamen Rider form and not wearing them. And I'll say his suit's pretty fly because it kind of looks like that one bat Pokemon off the cover art of Sun and Moon, wings and all. But in all this chaos, our boy Builds finally unlocks his final form. And I'll say this now because I did hear some people say they don't really like this form, and I can kind of understand. I mean, it's a lot busier than other ones, and maybe if you put it in the grand scheme of Build's outfit, it can look a little weird. As it's kind of like what they did with that one Power Ranger that's able to use all the 6 Rangers in one, and he has that big armor piece with all their faces on it. It kind of gives me that kind of vibe. But just like with that suit and this Kamen Rider Build suit, in the context of the show, to me, I think it's fire, for real, and a good way to combinate all the forms into one, kind of like a White Lantern would do, being able to touch the whole color spectrum. And it feels like every fight after this is congratulations, you just unlocked a new toy to sell. And hey, once I get my money up, I'm gonna be buying. I ain't gonna hold you. But with all that out of the way, I think it's time for the final showdown, with our team of 4 Kamen Riders going against Evolt and all of his tricks. And I will say that this finale really reminds me of one of my favorite animes and one of my favorite arcs in the anime, being the Beasts of Maze Castle and Yu Yu Hakusho.
He's talking about peak. He's talking about peak. That's peak. That's peak. Love it. Love it. Love it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I knew we had a connection. Cause that's peak.
Show where you had all 4 protagonists each having to tackle one of the bosses at a time while they climb and fight a guy on each level while Yusuke has to fight the top dog. I mean, you just know what we're about to witness is peak. Oh, you know they're gonna start this right because the first one up the bat is Grease, and he has to go against his 3 dead homies. Nah, this boy Evil is actually diabolical for doing this. Really put man against the embodiments of his 3 friends. Oh, I hope he get done dirty for real for doing this to Grease. But I guess our boy was waiting for this moment all season, because for the first time since we seen him, he gets a brand new transformation and boy turns into the Iceman. And while Grease is getting jumped by his dead homies, Rogue is having to team up with Mad Rogue to fight against the Gear Bro. And bro, this is the way you do a finale, because we watch both fights take place simultaneously, cutting back from each one. One moment we're watching the Rogues doing double team combos, the next we're watching Grease handing out ice trays. Come back to the Gearheads, they had to hit the fusion dance just so they could have a chance. But the Rogues was in sync. These boys done summoned a whole shark to take these boys down. That's one down. Cut back to Grease, who's taking on the Cold Trio, who's attacking him from every which way, and boy is still standing 10 toes. But who? Why is my boy glowing? Wait a minute. No. Why is he reminiscing about the good times? No, don't do it to my boy Grease, please, no. But sadly, yes, Grease puts all he has to fight against his friends and ends up sacrificing himself for his friends and the one that he loves. And guys, I ain't doing good after watching this episode. I ain't gonna out. We done lost Grease. We find out that Mad Rogue was a cyborg or something. And not even 2 minutes after these guys' death, Evil just pops up and says, Oh yes, it was pissed. Oh, and the trio got right into it, even though they were already reeling from the last fights. They did not care anymore. But in the process of fighting this man, he is able to become even more stronger. And when the world needed him most, the Vitalator stood up. Oh yeah, Kamen Rider Rogue done heard the people's cries and went on the greatest redemption arc I have ever seen. Boy, he done took boy to Pound Town, had him breathing heavy. Bro, you would think he was an ice agent the way he was putting hands on this alien. This man Rogue was fighting for the people. He put everything he had in one of the cleanest scissor kicks I ever seen, that it would have had Booker T shedding a tear. But sadly, it wasn't enough to take out Evil. And once I started seeing my boy start twinkling, I started to shed a tear. Now they done took both of my boys' out. This is madness. And if losing these two wasn't already crazy enough, Banjo, my boy Banjo, once they were able to knock around Evo a little bit and weaken him and get this whole world colliding thing under somewhat control, hits the old reach around the builds, unmorphing him, and then going to grab Evil and doing the ultimate sacrifice by shooting this man up to the sky to take out both of them. Bro, at this moment, am I watching the finale to Gurren Lagann? Why is everyone dying? I cannot take this emotional damage. But Bills is not about to let his bestie go in it alone, and that boy rockets right up with him. And luckily he finds Banjo, but boy is acting a little different. Yes, Evil had absorbed Banjo as well, and he only needed Sento left so he can unlock the full potential of his drive. But lucky for Sento, Banjo pulls a full greed from Full Metal and starts eating this man in the inside, start giving him a little cramp. But our boy Sento, knowing the fate of the worlds is on this and having his friends in spirit behind him, this
We're gonna feel like I didn't say that, right? We're just gonna feel like I didn't say that and keep him going. All right.
man starts going crazy. We went down the full menu of every mode he's had in the series. Boy was talking to him like he was Majin Buu and he was Goku. Busted out the rabbit off rip, started hit him with the fury of attack. Pulled the rabbit out the hat, realized it was a tank. Oh no, my boy just switched modes again and started grinding on man's face. Now Evo blinked for a second and realized man was already in his sparkling form. Had boy ready to be sipping on that bubbly when he had his foot in his mouth. Oh, and then man pulled out the blicky, started having pieces falling off this man. They say Evo no boy was down to just rabbit tank form because he wasn't even worth seeing the drip anymore. Boy done loaded up that cannon and hit man up sideways with that thing, and my boy was like, yo, we got one more toy to sell, as he done fused his rabbit with Banjo's dragon and made a new form to end this man for good, hitting my man with a dynamic finish so hard that it done shook the galaxy. But even though Bills defeated him, the two worlds end up colliding. And this is where I was kind of feeling a little sad, like, yeah, we beat the bad guy, right? But we lost kind of everybody that we really enjoyed and care about on the way. That kind of sucked, right? But the next thing we know, Sento wakes up in a field, realizing there's no walls up. He starts walking around and everyone just seems to be normal, like the worlds colliding never happened. And that's kind of why I kind of referenced Secret Wars and Crisis event, because it did bring these worlds together and created a whole new life for the character. And in this world, every character that we have grown in love with is alive and back. And I mean, everyone's here. Grease is still alive with his friends. Our two lovable coffee shop servers are not possessed by alien Martians. The rogues are doing good. And even Banjo is here too. Thank God. But it's when Sento goes to approach him that we find out that this Banjo doesn't know who he is at all. And actually, none of the characters do. Yeah, Sento is left alone, being the only person knowing of the past life that they all live, which does feel like a bittersweet ending until oh yeah, boy, that's a crazy reveal. Let's go. Yes, Banjo that we know is actually still around and he remembers everything too, being two different versions on him on one planet. And it ends just the same way we started this series, with Banjo hopping on Sento's bike and together they ride off into the sunset to start another journey, saving the day. yet again.
天才物理学者桐生セントがいるトートの町でスマッシュと呼ばれる謎の怪人が市民を脅かしていた。そこに現れたのが我らがヒーロー仮面ライダー。
But before you go, I did want to tell you something. Of course, like and subscribe, boy. And I think you can even hype too now. But I do want to say, keep your eyes out because I will have a follow-up video to all of this talking about my thoughts about Kamen Rider builds and my Kamen Rider journey so far, since it's something I only started because of y'all in the community wanting me to talk about it so much. So thank you for that. And thank you if you watch all 3 parts to this Kamen Rider build journey. This is my first time doing something like this, and I think I had so much fun with it, and I can't wait to do it some more and try new content with Kamen Rider. If you haven't seen the other parts, you can definitely click them right here. And the other link is something that YouTube thinks you would like or my follow-up video.
All right, that's all of it. Hope you hit the like button, hit the sub. Video once again will be linked in the description down below. And I'll see you on the next one. God bless y'all. Be safe. Peace out.